We're switching over our sponsorship. I noticed a quote in your things about the Olympics in one of the meeting materials. We were the original sponsors of the Olympics in 1896. The first commercial sponsor of the modern day Olympics, up through the Beijing Olympics. But we stepped out. And we told them that we no longer wanted to move forward with that program. Why? That's primarily a consumer-driven event in terms of the benefits that are derived. What did I tell you our business is today? B2B. Who plays golf? Businesses. Well, thanks for volunteering. I wasn't really asking you guys. Nice of you to do that. Now we know who's goofing off during the day. That's right. No, I appreciate that. And so what we did is we went to the PGA Tour because we sell a lot to commercial printers. Commercial printers mostly own their own businesses. Very few of them are public. So they operate very much like family businesses because most of them are. 100,000 of them around the world. Who plays golf there? Those owners do. Those business leaders of those businesses play. And so we found that that was the predominant sport of choice. We needed something to fill in when we're not advertising all the time, so something that sits across the whole top but gives us a message on the consumer side as well as a message on the B2B side. And we went with golf. And that we chose that over every other sport because it was more worldwide, it was more seen in other countries than just the U.S., and I was shifting our spend out of the U.S. as well. Because one-third of our business comes from Americas, one-third of our business comes from EMEA, and one-third of our business comes from Asia. So, but we were spending close to 80% of our budget prior to me stepping on board in the U.S. alone. Didn't make sense to me. So we went to the PGA Tour. They got 46 tournaments, take 6 away, which are the majors. They'll lift us 40 tournaments. We said we want one hole on every single tournament. They said, well, you can't have them all. So for a fraction of the cost, we got 26 different holes. So 26 of the most picturesque holes in golf. And we said those are Kodak Moment, Kodak Challenge holes. The best 18 out of those 26 wins $1 million. Now the 26 has moved to 30. I suspect we'll go to 40 next year, or more than 30 at least, because they just keep adding them at no extra cost to us. And we only pick holes 13 through 18 primarily. There's a couple of 9 holes, but mostly 13 to 18 because we think in golf those are the most beautiful holes in all of the golf courses in the world. That's because they show those on TV, and I think they're the most beautiful holes on golf. It's because every time they step up to the hole, they talk about the Kodak Challenge hole, the Kodak Challenge hole. What did he do in the Kodak Challenge last week, Larry? I don't know. Let's check and see. Let's roll the footage. Boom. And they talk about $68 million worth of free television advertising last year. So it's called, in fact, we've got a whole group that works on this in what we call branded entertainment, where we make us part of the story. So we're not embedded into the storylines of the shows. So if you watch Iron Man 2 this week, watch how we got ourselves put into that. Or if you saw the movie Up, how about the movie Up? Did you see the movie Up? You know, you probably didn't catch it because it was subtle, and someone did it because they like us, and they put us in the movie. When the Ed Asner character falls asleep in front of the television set, if you remember that scene, on the television, the animated television, was my inkjet infomercial playing on that television. Animated into the frickin' movie. Well, you might not find that exciting, but I'm about to pee my pants. So I didn't even pay for it. That's what I thought was so exciting for it. I'm sitting in the movie theater, and I'd taken 8 kids with me to the movie theater, if you can imagine, because I'm like this big amusement park for the kids. And so I take them, and we're sitting there in the front row, and I'm listening to that commercial. Come on, and I'm jumping up, popcorn fly. That's my infomercial. That's my infomercial. My God, did you see that, kids? Did you hear that? And this is in the middle of the movie, and these kids are sinking into the, we don't know this man. We don't know this man. All right. And Celebrity Apprentice is another one. I've been on the show now 9 times. We have integrated ourselves into the story. In fact, we're the first sponsor ever in, the first person in. And when we studied the tapes, we studied how to do it. And we did it so well that every 13 seconds of the first episode, they said the name of Kodak or the name of our product. Pay for that, okay? Then on April 1st of last year, we announced the new eye camera. April 1st. You getting it? Okay, you're following me along. Let's see, what do we got up here? I like this. We have the what you see is what you get viewfinder. the facial recall assistant, which is handy for parties and reunions, and the image stabilizer, which auto-enables at happy hour. I thought that was good. I like this one, the selective autofocus and zoom. Like, oh, I don't like you. Wow, you know. Anyway, we announced that. You can imagine the number of employees that came up to me in the cafeteria that day. I didn't know we made that. And so, but my point is about having fun, because see, Kodak was a very celebratory brand. I mean, that's when you thought about it. Kodak moments happen when celebrations are going on. Things are happening. Not always, some bad things too, but I don't like to advertise about that. So we said, let's do something different. Let's have some fun. We take over the page on April 1st. This year, you know what we announced? Aromatography. Yeah, photography you can smell. And so we put pictures of flowers and cookies and wet dogs on our website, and a baby with a diaper, you know, crawling away. And on the diaper, we put a big sniff here button. And you don't know how many thousands of emails that we got that people wrote to us and said, I can't believe I put my nose right up to the screen. I tried to smell it. We're changing the way we do things. I mean, we got one of the hottest iPhone apps that are out there in the top 10. This is the Smile Maker. If you have an iPhone, you should download it right away. You basically take a picture of somebody, and then you can put different smiles on them. And now celebrities are starting to give us their smiles so we can add them right to the Smile Maker. So that's kind of a fun. You got the Times Square sign, which is really cool. You can actually send your picture to the screen. You can actually program. So next time you're going to be in New York, go to our website and program, put your picture up there at a certain time, and go get your picture in front of the picture of your picture up on the picture screen. We've got a tips and projects thing that's really cool. That's a very big part of our site. When we talk about digital, people like content, and they like it for free. And so that's the most visited part of our whole site, is the tips and the exchange center, where people can actually go in and trade around secrets and so forth and so on. We've got a mobile guide. There's also a social media guide. If you guys would like our guidelines, our policies, you can write tom@kodak.com, and he'll send these to you. This is a mobile marketing guide on how to market your own business mobilely, because we have 100,000 B2B customers, and we want them to know how, because the more business they do, the more business we do. And that's kind of what we try to do. So our 4 things on social media, and I'm one of the top 10 C-level Twitterers in the world.